Okay, well, we're going to wait for a few more people to come in here, besides just myself. Hello, Jenny. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Wingspan. I hope you're all right. Basically, this is just about to, how shall we say it? I've been asked a few times how many. Hold on a second here. This is getting a little. This is getting a little difficult that way. Sorry. Anyway, I've been asked by a few people. Yes, ma'am. 5 p.m. my time. Thank you, Dubrava, for joining us. I've been asked a few times, where have I been hiding? Where have you been hiding? Why haven't you been on YouTube? Why haven't you been making videos? Well, I've been slightly busy the last 3 months. We're waiting for a couple more people, Culture Club. Thank you for being here, though. Well, I don't know if anybody knows this, but had a little tiff with somebody that doesn't believe I've lived the life that I have, and that's okay. I've lived a life that most people, some people dream of, other people consider it a nightmare, but that's all beside the point. No, I'm not going to give anything up here. I took a fall here, what was about almost 3 months ago now. Dislocated my left hip, bruised myself up pretty good, re-injured my spine, my lower back. So I've been in probably, I'd say about the last 8, 10 weeks of recovery. Plus, starting in December, a friend of mine got really, really, really sick. Hi, Stephanie. Thank you for joining us. Anyway, I was her backup team. I had to do all the driving. And Culture Club USA and I were joking about dating people, dating the right kind of girls to date. And I made a joke about widows can be fun. The lady's a widow. She's my neighbor. I'm doing what I can to help her, and there's nothing there. But for the last 3 months, we've been spending an awful lot of time together. As far as my healing is concerned, I'm almost back to normal. I'm walking again. Anyway, I had practiced this all out. I've got a little notepad going on over here to tell me what I'm supposed to be talking about, and I'm still lost. It's been a very long time, but I am going to recover. But part of the reason I haven't been on YouTube much, Stephanie knows why. Stephanie knows why. About 4 years ago, I was diagnosed with a disease with my eyes. Oh, hey TC, how you doing? Welcome here. Thanks for coming here. You can thank the the avatar was put together by a man who calls himself Killing Time Passing Through. He did an awesome job. Minnesota Black Robe Regiment, thank you for joining us. Anyway, where was I? I get lost easily here, and I apologize. It's been really rough. The lady across the street from me has been for the last 3 months fighting for her life. She got news this morning that her daughter's been in the hospital since last night. I've had several losses in my family in the last 2 months. I've lost a sister. I've lost a nephew. I've lost a few neighbors. It's been a rough winter this year. Not for the weather, just for people hanging on. Anyway, there's nothing to be sorry about. It's all about it's all that that's life. I mean, yeah, I still am going to miss those people, but life goes on. So that's why I decided I'm going to do this tonight and try to regain my tongue. I wanted to tell the story of my music because somebody doesn't believe me. That's kind of what my last video was all about. Somebody thought I was full of hooey. Thought I was full of shit. I have a music playlist called on my site called Music with Friends. There's 7 examples of my music, things I've had the honor of doing in my lifetime. The top 4 songs. Those top 4 songs were written over Thanksgiving dinner in 1992 at my youngest sister's house. Her and her husband were renting that from her husband's cousin, who was and is a famous Nashville singer-songwriter. I'm not going to drop any names here. I'm about to leave. Dinner's over. I've got kids to round up for my girlfriend. The guy I grew up with and used to play guitar with in the high school parking lots asking me to help him write a couple of songs. Okay, well, I've only got 20 minutes to get these kids rounded up and get them home. He says, well, this shouldn't take too long. All 4 of those songs were written in the 15 minutes it took me to round up those kids and tell them the songs that were already in my head. Let me ask you, does anybody know what an opus is? It's a musical term. An opus is like a biography. It tells a life story. The very top song in that playlist is a song called Were You Really Living? Basically tells you a little bit about who and what I am, what I have been, how I look at life. Sometimes sometimes I feel like life is passing me by. I can't shake it because I might break it. I'm afraid I might break it. And you got the promise of another day, but when I go, I don't want to hear nobody say, I didn't live it up, or he didn't live it up. Get the words right here. When the old man comes crashing through your living room door, he grabs you by the chest and he throws you to the floor. Tell me, child, were you really living? One verse, the middle verse. I've had plenty of heartache. Been in the middle of an earthquake. I've rode the bull in the rodeo. I've been flat broke and I've rolled in the dough. I've hunted big game, jumped out of an airplane. I guess I've done damn near everything. Cart, good to see you. Good day. Thank you for joining us. But that's kind of how I've lived my life. Somebody got on to me because I blew my horn about some of the accolades I have in life. I told somebody in an interview, I think, that I had been a world-class athlete, amateur, high dive. It was nothing to do with the Olympics at all. Had nothing to do with the Olympics. I couldn't qualify for the Olympics even if I wanted to. It was about being invited to dive from the cliffs of Acapulco. The only way you can dive from those cliffs is with an invitation. The only way to get the invitation is to have a world-class standing. So you earn a world-class standing so you can get invited to this dive meet. That's what it was about. I wanted to jump off those cliffs. Thank you, Dubrava. I appreciate all you do for me. And you too, Stephanie. Anyway, another conversation I'd had was about a certain Congressional Medal of Honor recipient from 1983 and the invasion of Grenada. Nobody could find that. There's a reason, because nobody wanted you to find that. There's only two places you can find it, and that's in the Hall of Heroes in the White House. And the brand new, just opened, next to the World War II History Museum, is the Congressional Medal of Honor Museum in Dallas. But the online government database that lists all the Congressional Medal of Honors let's use two examples. Grenada doesn't show up at all. And there are 4 examples for the Korean War. But they're 4 of the same person. Well, 4 different people won those. Those other 3 people didn't want their life put online for other people to be pestering them about. One of those people from the Korean War that was a Congressional Medal of Honor recipient adopted me when I was 14. We've talked about this before. When they hang that thing around somebody's neck, what do they become besides just a war hero? They become what's known as a national treasure. That national treasure opens doors for those people that most people can't imagine. So I've seen things and done things and been a part of things that are really unbelievable. And that's okay that nobody believes me. I'm not here for brownie points. I'm not here looking for what would you call it? Popularity points. It's not about that at all. If I share an experience with somebody, like my first music video, it's on that list. Tell me if you could catch a glimpse of the bass player in Heart's 1977 Barracuda. It's listed in that playlist. You have to watch that really close because I know that bass player was doing everything he could to get away from that camera. uh, it was also back when they used 45s and sold singles. The flip side of that single was a song called Looks Could Kill. If Looks Could Kill. There's no video for that, but I knew the bass player is the best way I can put it. Anyway, I wanted to say all of these things. I've been having trouble. I've been trying to muddle through. I am not going to stay away from YouTube as much as I have been. I've just been very busy. Like, as an example, my neighbor has a medical procedure at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, about 12 blocks east of here. I'm her driver because she'll be on medications and not be able to drive. I know y'all wanted to have a good look at me before I rolled out of here. I just wanted y'all to know I'm grateful for you being here. It doesn't matter to me if some skeptic out there doesn't believe shall we say, doesn't believe one of my life experiences that I'm kind of dumb enough to share with somebody. I mean, I've danced on the outskirts of the world stage most of my life. I've been around entertainers my whole life. I, when I was 5 years old, I shared a bedroom with a country music songwriter who had 2 hit songs at the time. I've been around a lot of what some people would call important people. A lot of people have the misconception that they live in a bubble. Oh, you can't get to know these people. They're people just like you are, just like I am. I'm gonna throw somebody a bone here. When John Phillips died, when John Phillips passed away of the Mamas and the Papas, Michelle shared home movies of China, Mackenzie, and a bunch of kids playing around in the backyard. There was a 10-year-old boy running around there with his left arm in a sling. See, this was in the 60s when they were, the late 60s when they were in their heyday. That 10-year-old little boy was me, crying my eyes out. Big heavy set woman comes walking up, wraps me up in her arms, can't get away, and sings me a song. She's practicing because they were about to record it. Sing for your supper and you'll get breakfast. Songbirds are not dumb. She's a whole lot better singer at it than I was. She's been gone for many years. I miss that. I miss that woman. I'm talking about Cass Elliot. I've been around these people my whole life. I'm related to John. He's my cousin. So, Am I supposed to live in a bubble and not know the people I'm related to? Not know the people I live and work with? I spent most of my life in the entertainment industry, the music industry, the movie industry. Does anybody know what a can anybody tell me what a grip is? Just in the entertainment industry, and say for a concert or a movie. Well, a key grip is the boss, but a grip is the guy that's out there pulling all those wires around and making sure nobody trips over them. That's kind of what I used to do. Couldn't stand in the couldn't stand in the spotlight. So another way to be around it is to walk out there and say, "Here's going to be here, but I'm going to help them put the stage together too." More or less a gopher. Yeah, you're right. More or less a gopher, but the job is it's to make sure all the equipment is set up properly, all the electronics is working, all the engineers have everything that they need, wires pulled to the from point A to point B, and done in a way that nobody on stage is going to trip over it. OSHA really gets upset about things like that. It's still kind of a gopher, but it's about the wiring, and it's about setting up the sound system, the light systems. You have a set of grips that work for the light crew. You have a set of grips that work with the sound crew. Everybody's a little different about how they set things up, but that's just a little insight of what I've been known to do in my life. I've also worked for some of the biggest concert promoters in the country, uh, classic rock, country, whatever. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Wingspan is just a stagehand, but I'm up there doing what I enjoy. I'm around the music. I get to listen to them warm up while the band's warming up. I can be singing along with them. Problem is that's how they tricked one band tricked me into singing a song for a very large audience one time. It was in I think 95, 96, right in there. I did a cover of Stevie Ray Vaughan's Pride and Joy and didn't realize that was me singing until I tried to quit singing and the voice faded out. I'm going, oh God, that's me. I better keep going. You know, I have stage fright. I have no problem sitting in front of a camera. I have no problem sitting in front of a microphone and say a radio station. But you you get me in front of 800 to 1,000 people. Oh, hi there. You know what I mean? I lose it. I didn't want to become one of the statistics. Anyway, the point I'm making here is I'm watching the timer. I want to keep this under a half an hour, and we're getting close. I just wanted to make sure I touched bases with everybody, let everybody know where I've been, what I've been up to. I have been working on another project. It's news related. I'd like to have another discussion with somebody that I had a discussion with before, and I know that that person's very busy. I'm dropping hints here. So, anyway, nobody's run me off from YouTube. I've just been up to my eyeballs in it all. I've just been up to my eyeballs in it all. I have a friend who's in trouble that needs me. I care about the woman. She helped me in my time of need when I was going through cancer last year. I don't think I would have made it without the three people that are around me right now. I'm helping them, not in return. It's just the right thing to do. It's just the right thing to do. If I'm bailing out from a conversation or a chat on a live stream or a premiere, it has nothing to do with the channel, the content, or any of that. It's these right here. I can't see after a while. That's why you see me looking away. I look past the camera. I look away. I don't look. I'm not reading anything. I glance over here because I've got a little notepad thing going on over here to tell me what I need to what I need to cover. I tend to digress because life has been really kind of scrambling things for me. Well, Stephanie, you have no idea how proud that makes. I mean, that that touches my heart. I'm proud to call you my friend as well. Both you and Dubrava and Carte Blanche. And by the way, I am gaining weight. Best way to, a little almost 8 weeks ago, I had a my 6 month checkup. Everything's where it's supposed to be. I weighed myself 2 days ago. I'm over 150 pounds. That's 25 pounds in 6 or 7 months. So I think I'm doing all right. I'm going to keep going. I'm keep going slow. I have some friends that are watching out for me to make sure I don't overdo it. So I thank you all for being here. I thank you all for being here. It makes a big difference that you're here. I mean, I'm I'm flattered that you guys would like to know what my life is going, what I'm going through in my life. I mean, after all, I've spent most of my life trying to be a nobody who has been somebody. Oh, by the way, the two songs at the bottom, that's what I sounded like when I was 18 years old. Those are mine. Only I can't claim them as mine. I haven't figured out how to schedule that yet. I was working on that and it kind of got me all confused. Um, I'm still working on figuring out how to do the scheduling thing so I can give everybody an advance like a 30-minute notice or something like that. I almost had it. But I kept getting interrupted. It can get pretty busy around here. Anyway, folks, I love you all. Thank you for being here. Drop a like, share this with your friends. I am going to come back. I am going to start sharing some stories. I'd like to be able to tell you more about the music just in that little playlist. Just in that little playlist. There are other songs out there. I love you guys. You have a great night.